Okay, it is May 15th, 2025. We are going to do a fig walk here to see all of the figs that I have and the status of each one. I've got 4 rows of trees here, 8 trees in each row, and I do have them all labeled with these bricks here that I 3D print. So let's take a look at them on May 15th here. Okay, so a new variety here, Moro de Caneva, which I rooted indoors. Little Miss Figgy, this is one I actually got last year from a friend. Nikki and Jeremiah gave me cutting from that. Actually, it was a root, root cutting that I got from that. And let's see, I got the next one I have is my Macedonia Dark here. This one is doing, looks like it's doing quite well. I have a lot of growth. I do have a bunch of figs. You can see those on there. It seemed like it overwintered pretty well. So happy about that one. Here's my Ronde Bordeaux. And this one actually took quite a bit of winter damage. Don't see really figs on this one. A lot of winter damage. Got some green growth on maybe 1 or 2 branches on the side. This next one here, U Naples Yellow. Man, this thing is loaded with figs. Did not hardly take any winter damage at all. Really happy with that one. You can see figs everywhere. Not really seen any damage on that one. The next one, Peter's Honey. This one did take some winter damage here. You can see got some younger branches that I buried that are green. Those are ones, you know, when you bury them and protect them, that really does help a lot. The next one is my Chicago Hardy. Basically, you know, this is definitely living up to the name. It's got very hardy, cold hardy during the winter time. I did have a couple of branches, some small ones that died back, but I do have a bunch of figs on these already. I tried not to prune any of my trees this past fall because I wanted to see how well they did on their own without pruning, because I typically would prune every fall, early winter. Over here, I've got my LSU Tiger. This is a new one that I rooted. You'll see these are actually, I'm using as stakes. These are old fig branches that have been cut. I'm using as stakes. So that's what these things are, by the way. So that's the end of row 1. Let's look at row 2. I'll see if I can show you the signs here. So LSU Purple. This is, haven't really gotten a lot of figs from this yet. You could see it did pretty well. Some of the tips did die off from the winter. You know, we had a colder than normal winter here in Maryland. Zone 7A, 7A or 7B. Can't remember which, sorry. LSU Champagne here is next now. This one did sustain some winter damage. You can see I have some green, but then I have more branches that did not live through the winter here. They're still, I don't think they're going to recover either. So I wish I'd buried some things on this one. This is the Long August. This one also did not do too well. It's come back pretty green, but a lot of the tips on it seem like they died back. so they did not do well during the winter. Lots of Rula is next here. You can see that a lot of Rula did really well. I did not have any damage really, you know, maybe one little branch here and there, and it's got figs all over it, so I'm glad I didn't prune that one. My JH Adriatic here is next, and let's see, I'm not really seeing figs on it yet, you know, nothing big at least. Some little figlets maybe here and there, but definitely survived the winter pretty well. Next is my Italian 258. This guy, a lot of the tips did die, but besides the tips, the rest of the tree seemed to survive pretty well. Not really seeing any figs on it yet. The Brooklyn Dark. This tree did really well, man. Sorry, I got a little spider web there. This one did really well. I mean, and I do have some figs growing on it, and just didn't see any dieback. Even some of the really small branches like this one survived through the winter, so really happy about that. Row 3. This is my Marseille Black Versus, or VS, depending on how you say it. This guy's got a bunch of figs on it. Seemed like it survived the winter well. Not really any dieback on it. That was good. This is my Mary Lane Seedless, and I'll be honest with you, I'm not 100% sure if this is a true Mary Lane, because I did not, there's supposed to be like a yellow fig, and I did not get, someone else grew this tree from my cutting, and they did not get a yellow fig, so it might, I'm not real sure what this one is yet. I need to ripen some figs on it to find out for sure. I think it might be more of like a Chicago Hardy type or something. Next one is my Strawberry Verte, and this guy, I would say it's about 25% of it took some damage. The rest of it did pretty well, and you can see I have a bunch of figs on it. And this is one of my favorite figs. Very sweet strawberry flavor. Love that one. So, and I got some shoots there. I'll probably try to make some new trees out of. Next one. This is my Black Madeira Unknown. So these guys require a long growing season. You can see this one didn't really look like it sustained winter damage, but it's growing pretty slowly, and I'm not really sure if this is a Black Madeira or not, so stay tuned. We'll see when we get a fig what it's like. Green Michurinska, this is one I rooted. Really looking forward to that one. Camplanetes, this is a Hibernica type of fig that I had rooted. This Villette de Bordeaux, or VDB, this one I planted late last fall, so that's why it's so small. It really hasn't had a chance to grow much, but I did bury it during the winter time, and it survived fine, you know. So I definitely suggest, if you can bury any of your limbs, you should definitely do that to protect them. It's a great technique. This is a Texas Everbearing. This did pretty good. I think 1 out of 3 trunks survived, and it's sending up a lot of shoots, so I think it's doing pretty well. So I would say maybe 1.5 out of 3 trunks survived on that, actually. Okay, and then to my last row, these are all going to be varieties that I rooted indoors and planted. So I'll zoom in here a little bit. So that's a Black Madeira, KK, Colonel Littman's Black Cross, Black Celeste, Smith, Bertolino, Côte d'Am Noir, White Adriatic, and Malta Black. So I was successful rooting at least one cutting of each of my varieties that I wanted to root, except for Campaniere. I failed like on 4 of them, so I don't know what happened. I think maybe there were some bad cuttings, but yeah, and just to show you a close-up of these things, if you want to see what these tags look like, I 3D print these tags, and then I glue them onto a brick that I got from Lowe's. And these, they're real easy to print. It's a quick way to see your fig and what you got, and it's I just used some amazing goop to glue it on here, and I use PETG plastic for these because it's supposedly more UV resistant than regular PLA type plastic. So that's been my fig tour. Leave a comment below, let me know what you think. Let me know how your figs are doing. Thanks, guys.